technology, and delivering the curriculum. So what comes into your mind, the content of our topic for this morning?
The role of technology.
Reggie?
The role of technology in implementing the curriculum.
So for your own idea, what do you think the content of our topic or the lesson of our for today's morning?
I think it's all about how technology integrated in designing a curriculum or in making a curriculum into a kumbaga ba, how technology um how technology how technology influence or how technology being used in delivering a curriculum.
Okay, very good, Reggie. So, the role of technology in the curriculum springs from the very vision of the E-Philippine Plan. So, ang E stands for electronic. So, stated an electronically enabled society where all citizens live in an environment that provides quality education, efficient government services, greater sources of livelihood, and ultimately a better way of life through enhanced access to appropriate technologies. So, para sa inyo ha, ang mag-provide sa itong government of quality of education or and efficient services sa inyong mga experiences, kanang effective ba ang mag-provide sa services of the government sa country sa Philippines? Dili? Dili effective?
I think it is efficient with the
Standard?
I think the services that was offered by the government compared to the past generation or the past years is effective with the use of electronics, making the work done more easier and faster. So efficiency is really evident compared to before.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Darrell. So, of course, technology gives us a better way of life or life in this society or better living. So, ang technology, kuan siya kanang makatabang siya sa tuwa implementing curriculum. So, to the use of technology, ang curriculum, implement nato siya in a better way or in a efficient way. So, for me, the government services is good because especially sa public places, public schools. Diba, public schools naman can try free tuition rather than the private schools. Private schools. So, next. Please read everyone.
Tendencies and skills of new breed of students, now better referred to as generation competent in literacy to the 3 R's, the reading, writing, literacy, information access, and retrieval of text, images, sound, video, fluency, social networking, media influence, and digital creativity and fluency.
Okay. Next.
Instructional media referred to as media technology or learning technology or simply technology.
Okay. So, para sa inyo ha, as a students, why reading, writing, and retrieval of text, images, sound, video, and fluency, social networking fluency, media fluence, and digital creativity fluency, maka-influence sa inyo ha through the new using of technologies.
For me, as a student living in the 21st century, I think it's very important for us to be knowledgeable of the things that has been stated on the PPT because it is more effective for us to learn and to share our knowledge to everyone.
Very good, Jay. So, as a student, important jud guys ito ang na-influence na to ang 3 R's, which are the reading, writing, and fluency, and the information access through the use of technologies. So, instructional media referred to as a media technology or simply technology. So, next. Okay, let's proceed to the non-projected media. So, real objects or realia. Realia are tangible, authentic objects that are used as teaching aids in the classroom to help students learn about and understand concepts more effectively. So, ang realia, maghatag na siya effective learning sa mga learners because makita nato ang real object. So, para sa inyo what are the disadvantages and advantages of this non-projected media? Anyone? Okay, Darren.
Okay. One of the advantages of using Realia as instructional materials or yes, as part of the instructions of delivery sa teacher kay one siya kanang because kanang game mas kanang makita din sa student kung sa reality na while the disadvantage of using Realia it could be too much spaces para sa for example sa room kay too much na yung mga Realia ang bring sa school and store mo siya dira mga problema sa kanyang storage.
Okay, according to Darrell, disadvantage sa real object or realia kay makakuha siya space. For example, dapo ang imong mga na object through your demonstration or kanata sa field bitaw of teaching. So, wala siya disadvantage. Next, the model. Please, everyone.
Model.
The first are representation or framework that helps explain, illustrate, or simplify complex concepts. Process or ideas.
Next.
Field trips. It is an educational excursion organized by school, institution, or organization to provide students with hands-on learning experiences outside of traditional classroom setting.
Okay, so as a non-projected model, non-projected media, so isa diri ang model. So, ang model, it represents or framework or illustrate or explain the complex concept of a content or lesson. For example, kanang magkuan mo sa subject ng science, kung ano mo sa field of teaching, so mag-experiment mo mag-experiment mo so pwede mo gamit og model through kung ay mo nag-experiment, di ba? Ngayon, or mag-demo mo about ay depende sa subject science, so magamit niyo ang model through teaching. So, next, field trips is an educational excursion organized by school. So, dire, ang field trips, makuha na to atong learning experiences to outside of the original classroom setting. So, for example, kana mag-field trip ka sa Dapitan. So, using of the non-projected field trips, so, makuha na to atong experiences so na ma-engage na to ang atong learnings through experiences outside. So, next. So, kids.
Kids.
It is a collection of educational materials designed to facilitate learning in a specific area or subject. Printed materials like books and worksheets used in an educational setting to support instruction and facilitate the demonstration of the knowledge experience. These materials include textbooks, workbooks, worksheets, handouts, and other printed resources that provide information.
So, kaning kids sa kapamilya, mamaan sa secondary mo, kaya nagamit na siya natin sa itong subject or sa
First aid.
first aid. So, magamit natin siya for demonstrating magamit natin siya, for example, kana mag-demo ta about the resources, no? Magpatag mga information para sa kung kuan word. Next, visuals.
Visuals like drawings, photographs, graphs, charts, and posters. The use of images, illustrations, and other visual representations in the educational process. Audio materials. Audio materials includes anything heard such as spoken word, a help talk, or music. It combines both reading and listening.
Okay, para sa inyo ha, unsa may mga disadvantages and advantages of visuals? Okay.
For the advantages, it is it is very helpful for the teacher to lessen her work without us mag-tutorial siya, then mas madumi po siya o tanong sa mga bata. Then for the disadvantages, kay dili siya mag-work o walay kuryente, human di availability. Pero sa karon kay murag possible na po siya like ang mga portal.
Oo.
It also takes time to create such visuals.
Okay. Thank you. So,
Ay, din ako sa audio material.
One of the advantages of visuals is if for example is gamay ito ang mga drawing sites niya.
okay. So, tanan yung answer is correct. So, kanino po ang visuals mag-advantage sa iyo ang kuan mo. For example, kailangan mo tao ka ng mga drawings, photographs, charts, posters, no? Makakuan siya o ka ng lot of time. And then, for example, ang pantod niya, then ang iyang kadakuan, dili makala sa likod. So, muna na, nakakuan siya sa disadvantages of visuals. So, next, audio materials. So, isa na ha, o muna ito yung kuan ni ating makakuan siya ang audio visuals, nakahata siya disadvantages if walay kuryente. No? Walay kuryente o dili chargeable ang ato ang speaker nga gigamit.
It could also be an advantage for those students or audio learners but it could as well be an disadvantage for those students na parang dili ka sila pa sa hearing or what sila kung sa visual learners.
Oo, so, isa po na siya makata mo ng disadvantages. So, next, visual boards. Like, chalkboard, whiteboard, board. Use to create an interactive and attractive teaching materials of the teacher and the learner. So, next. So, let's proceed to the projected video. This written.
Overhead transparency. Overhead transparency is an image usually aimed to the level of clear acetate or plastic which is being prepared for use on an overhead projector. It is a device which shows an image on the screen.
Do you familiar this kind of project?
Yes.
So, usually, ginagamit niya siya dito sa laing nasod or either private schools na siguro. Wala. Depende naman sa ako. Kaya sa tuwa dili, ang atuang ginagamit ang projector. No? Kanina duha. So, this opaque projection is displays in non-transparent materials unlike the overhead projector, which uses transparency by shining a bright sun onto the object from above. So, familiar na mo ano siya na object. Next. Okay.
Slides. A series of slides used as a visual aid while you're teaching a lesson or presenting conclusions. Film cube strips. It is a continuous strip of 35 millimeter or 16 millimeter or 8 millimeter consisting of individual frames or pictures arranged in sequence
computer, multimedia presentations, ano siya. So, dali na tayo So, next, the factors in technology selection. So, number one, history.
Practically, it is an equipment
or hardware or already prepared lesson material like software available. It is not what would be the cost in acquiring the equipment or producing the lesson in audio or visual form.
Okay, stop. So, heading number one represent the availability of the media materials, instructional media materials. So, kung dili siya available, so, katong mga mag-choose na katong mga media materials nga dili pud kayo expensive, no? Kanang kaya ra pud sa to ang bulsa, no? Especially kanang magpili tag mga instructional media materials, mga indigenous materials, kanang ma-release na to. So, muna yung nakabuan sa iya as number one. So, number two,
Appropriateness in relation to learners. Is the medium suitable to the learner's ability to comprehend? Will the medium be a source of amusement or entertainment and not learning?
okay. So, number two shows that ang imuha bang gigamit na instructional media materials kanang dali makaka-catch up kung kana sa the interest of the students, no? Dali ba sila makasabot? Dapat mo ni siya ang imuhang pilion, imuhang i-consider to select a technology.
Dapat po di lang siya more fun, dapat fun
Dapat,
learning.
oo, ana. So, next, the number three.
Activity or subsidiary.
Well,
The chosen media
Yeah.
process
Instructional event resulting in either information,
motivation or psychomotor display.
Okay, so number three. So, ang imuha bang ipili nga media, fit ba sa imuhang set na instructional event, or for example, fit ba sa imuhang strategy nga pagkahimuon, or fit ba sa imuhang objectives, di ba? For example, ka naka-demo na. So, mag-choose ka na instructional media materials na fit po sa imuhang objectives or imuhang pagka-gamiton na strategy through the flow of your demonstration. So next is the four, objective matching. So overall, does the medium help in achieving the learning objectives? Muna siya ang katong ganiha. If ang imuhang medium ba ang igamit, help your learning objective achieve, no? Nakakuan ba sa, nakasud ba siya or nakatubak ba siya sa imuhang kuan the learning objectives? So next. So the role of technology in curriculum delivery. So upgrading the quality of teaching and learning in schools. So as a teacher, we should to upgrade the quality of our teaching. So why? Because for our learners, no, achieve a dali sila makahata sa to ang feedback, no response, well na nagtulo. So and then increasing the capability of the teacher to effectively inculcate learning. And for the students to gain mastery of lessons and courses. So, as a teacher, no, gagamit na siya sa technology in delivering the curriculum. So, we should increase our capability of implementing the curriculum through the use of technology. And then, broadening the delivery of education outside schools. So dapat, as a teacher, we should broaden the learning of our learners through the engaging the outside world. And then, okay, revolutionizing the use of technology to boost educational paradigm, shift the importance to student-centered and holistic learning. So, next, these are the framework of technology-driven teaching and learning, or we also call that TPACT. So, please everyone read.
technology,
Theoretical knowledge. Content knowledge.
Okay. So, what shall I teach? So, what shall I teach? Muna siya ang represent the content knowledge. And then, how shall I teach the content? So, it represents the pedagogical knowledge. And lastly, what technology will I use in how to teach the content? Or we also call a technological knowledge. If use nato sila, no? Then makita nato diri sa, for example, kani siya ang diagram, makita nato sa tuna. Una siya ang kalabasan. Technological, pedagogical knowledge or TPE. So, dali ta mag-base, for example, TPE. So, technological, pedagogical. So, technology and pedagogical, what shall I teach? And then, how shall I teach? So, pwede na to siya i-use. Kwenta na teach na to ang students. Or ma-measure na to o paunsa na to mga process at mga teaching. And then, next is the technological pedagogical content knowledge or TPACT. And then, the technological content knowledge or TCT. So, ano siya yung basihan how to use a instructional media material. Or ano siya process, no? Procedure how to measure our teaching. Okay, next. Okay, these are your criteria for the use of visual aid. Ang taste, so nakakuha na siya of 1%. Next is the touch, 2%, and smell, 4%, hearing, 10%, and sight, 83%. Ano na ko ang sight because kasi makita nato ang makita nato, dali na to makomprehend, di ba, no? Na as a learners, di ba, mas kuan jud nato, mas ipabot jud ta, makatudyo, makita jud nato ang mabasa, makita nato ang gigamit in social media materials.
Makalir man dito ang mga kita. Makalir man dito ang
Through sight, mga good. Kaysa sa hearing, smell, touch, or taste. So, next, assess a visual material or presentation and transparency or slides using the following criteria. So, muna siya ang visual elements that we should consider on making a PowerPoint presentation. So, first, lettering style or font consistency and harmony. Second, number of lettering no more than 2 in a static display, chart, bulletin board. So, use of the capital short titles or headlines should be no more than 6 words. And then, lettering, colors, easy to see and read. Dapat, ang atong pagkuan sa lettering colors, no? Easy siya nato na basta or makita. Kanang dili ka magkahanap-hanap or masulawan. And then, use of contrast is good for emphasis. And lastly, lettering size should good visibility, event for students at the back of the classroom. So, dapat ang size atong font na gigamit kay makita sa likod, dili ra diri sa tubangan. So, we should consider that. Next, spacing between the letters equals and even spacing. So, dapat, no, og magkuan ta, og maghimo ta PowerPoint presentation, ang spacing sa ato ang letters dapat equal. And then, spacing between lines, not too close at too far at a distance. So, dapat, kuan siya kanang dili magkadikit-dikit, no, dili magkadikit-dikit ang lines ato ang kuan sa ato ang letters. So, next, number of lines, no more than 8. No, we should follow this. 8 lines for text in each transparency or slides. Next, appeal. Ang appeal niya, dapat catchy siya, two-dimensional interactive. The use of overlays or movable clocks. So, nadiri ang atong animation. Di ba? Animation, movable. Or the use of overlays. Next is the use of directionals. Dapat na siya arrow, bold letters, bullets, contrasting color, and size, especially placement of an item. So, na ako'y video diri, please listen and watch carefully.
Hi, I'm Aisha. You are watching Educational Hub. The possible uses of PowerPoint are countless. A slideshow can help a teacher teach a lesson, illustrate an event in history, easily display statistical information, or be used for training in corporations. A slideshow can be a valuable tool for teaching, sharing, and learning. Today I will show you how to make a great PowerPoint presentation easily. Let's start. The following are steps on how to create a basic PowerPoint presentation. However, certain steps may vary slightly depending upon what version of PowerPoint you are using. This tutorial is specifically using PowerPoint 2007. Alright, the step 1 is launch the PowerPoint program. When you launch the PowerPoint program, you may be prompted to pick what kind of document you want to create. Choose to create a blank presentation. If it does not ask you this, a blank presentation will automatically launch. Okay, in step 2, choosing a design. The next thing you want to do is decide what design you want for the presentation. To do this, go to the Design tab at the top of the page. Scroll through all the options and decide which one looks best for the presentation you want. This design will be automatically continued throughout the rest of your presentation. Step 3. Create title page. Click the first box that says, click to add title, and add the title of your presentation. Click the bottom box to add your name, or any other subtitle that you choose. Once you have your text in the boxes, you can change their font, size, color, etc. with the toolbar options at the top. In step 4, add more slides. Chances are, you are going to need more than one slide. There are a few ways you can add more slides. Notice that there is a separate area to the left of the screen where your first slide is located. The first way to add a slide is to right-click the area under where your first slide is located and select New Slide. A new slide will appear. The second way to add another slide is to click New Slide in the toolbar above the slides. This button is divided into 2 parts. The top will insert a new slide with a default layout. You can also click the bottom half of this button, which will allow you to choose what type of layout you want. You can choose a slide with 2 text boxes and a title, 1 text box, only a title, and many other options. You will see your new slide appear to the left under the first, as well become the large slide that you can edit. The design we picked earlier will have carried over to this slide. The design will carry over for the rest of the slides you create unless you decide to change just one. Like described earlier, the guideline layout you chose will appear, and you can then add in your information. In step 5, add charts, pictures, graphs. If you want to insert a chart, picture, graph, or any other graphic, click on the Insert tab at the top of the window. Here you will see buttons of all the options of what you can insert into your slide. Click the designated box and insert what it is you want to have on that slide. A second way you can insert pictures and graphs is when you have an empty text or image box. Little pictures of the same options you saw in the toolbox will show up in the middle of the box, and you can click any of these to insert as well. Once you have your chart or picture, you can add a border or edit it however you want in the Format tab. Okay, next, add transitions. To add transitions in between your slides, click the Animations tab at the top of the page. Here you can scroll through all the options of transitions and hover over them to see a preview. Select the slide you want the transition applied to, and then click the transition you chose. You can do this for every slide, selecting the same or different transitions. Next, changing the order. Once you have all your slides made, you can change the order of the slides. To do this, click and drag the slides from where they are to where you want them in the order. Another possibility, which is particularly useful if your presentation is longer, is to click the outline button. You can find the small button above the left area where all your slides are located smaller, directly to the right of the Slides button. Here you will see a list of all your slides and you can click and drag your slides to where you want them. Okay, finally play the presentation. Once you have all your slides completed and in the order you want, view your slideshow. Click the Slideshow tab at the top of the page and select From Beginning. You can go through your entire slideshow and change slides by clicking or pressing the right arrow. A shortcut to this is pressing F5. You have now made a PowerPoint presentation. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe my channel for more informative videos. Hi, I'm Aisha.
Okay, that's all. So those are the non-projected and projected technology or instructional media that we should consider in delivering or implementing a curriculum. So I